Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about risk management, but from a different point of view. In most cases, when it comes to risk management, you will hear guys will talk about how much money they want to risk per trade, for example, or percentage. Then maybe some will talk about where to put their stop loss and the take profit, the risk reward ratio. And some will actually talk about scaling into a position. In this video, I'm going to focus actually on building a plan for the full month and understand what type of parameters do you need to have in order to reach a certain amount of P&L at the end of the month. We actually developed a few tools, calculators. I'm going to share with you those. You can actually get them on our website, and you will understand exactly how to use them and how to modify them to your needs. So let's dive into that. So as you can see, we called it obviously trading calculations or calculators, and we have a few of them. We'll go one by one. The first one that I'm looking at is here, the risk plan calculator. And basically the first thing I need to do is choose what type of calculation do I want to create, right? Because when I'm building my risk plan for the full month, I need to understand how many trades do I need to make, the risk reward ratio, the success rate, how much I'm losing or willing to lose per trade, what are the fees for that account as well, and what's the total P&L that I'm looking to get. So those numbers or parameters needs to be aligned in order to get me the outcome that I'm looking for. So what I'll do is I'll click on risk, and now what I'll do is add the parameters that I'm thinking at least that I can expect this month. Obviously, for those of you who already have some data of 3 months of trading, maybe 6, even more, you already have the numbers to work with. So for example, you know already what's the percentage of your success and the risk reward ratio and how many trades you usually, the average trades you usually take on a month. So in that case, you got the numbers already. If you don't have it and you just started to trade, you can put some random numbers or numbers that make sense to you and then try to fix it along the way. So for example, I'm placing roughly 50 trades a month. My win rate is about 60. I'm just putting random numbers currently. Risk reward could be maybe 1 to 1.5. Fees, let's say $300. And I want to see the outcome, like the bottom line of the month. I want to make, let's say, $1,000, right? If that is the case, then I need to risk $52 per trade in order to reach the $1,000 of P&L that I want to make at the end of the month. Of course, if I'll start changing those parameters, the outcome will be different, at least on the risk side, the price or the dollar that I'm willing to lose per trade or I need to risk per trade in order to reach that $1,000 outcome. And of course, let's say these are the parameters, the average parameters that I have. Now what I need to do is continue to trade or start trading the month and see where are the parameters according to what I actually produced. So for example, if we are in closer to the end of the month and I only did 30 trades, that means that now if I want to reach that $1,000 P&L, I either need to make more trades, right? Create more trades, try to work harder, find those setups, maybe prepare myself better to the trading day so I will have more setups and such. Or I can increase the risk, for example, to 86 or a little bit less than that, because I know that at the end of the month, I will reach 40, for example, right? Right now, I'm doing 30. Let's say by the end of the month, I will probably do 40 and not 50 as I planned. So basically now I need to risk $65 and not 52 as before. Maybe I'm in the middle of the month and I see that I already got 40 trades, so I only need to do 10 more, 50 in order to reach those goals from previous that we just saw. But my win rate is maybe around 52%. So what I need to do here, I need to first focus really hard on finding those A+ setups and really wait for that moment to click the mouse key on the specific setup, the one that will actually get me to that 60% success rate. The other option is sticking to the 52%, but then I need to increase my risk from 52 in the previous, as I saw, to 108, okay? So this calculator will guide you along the way of the month in order to stay within those right parameters to get the right outcome that you're looking for. Maybe my 52% success rate and 40 trades are okay, but my ratio is actually better this month and I'm actually doing 3 on the ratio. So in that case, with those numbers, I can reduce my risk to 30, for example, right? And you can play with it all along. Of course, you can adjust it along the way, or at least try to stick with the pre-planned parameters that you had, so you can see really the results of what you're looking for. And like I said, we have few different calculators, the same concept, but this one is focusing on risk. And maybe you want to actually scroll down and focus on calculating the P&L. So what will be the outcome of, if I'm adding those parameters, what will be the outcome of the P&L? So for example, I'm risking $300 per trade. I'm doing roughly 40 trades. My success rate is 60%, risk reward ratio, let's say 1.8, and my fees $400. So if I'm doing all of that, I can expect to get $7,700. That's incredible. And of course, you can play with it along the way. If you started with those parameters and you actually saw that you're getting closer to the end of the month, but let's say you only got 20 trades, right? So you can expect that if you'll do another 5 to 25, you will get roughly 4,700 at the end of the month. We have a calculator for the ratio. So you will enter your parameters and you will get the right ratio you need in order to see the outcome of the P&L. So for example, I'm risking $100. I'm making 50 trades, 60% ratio, 60% success rate. So of course, if $300 fee, and let's say I want to make $2,000, then I need to create a scenario where I'm ending with 1.4 on the risk reward ratio. In that case, if you see that you're below the risk reward ratio that you need, or you see that your success rate is lower, again, you can adjust it or focus on what you need to do in order to reach that 60% success rate, for example. And you can also use the calculator in order to understand how many trades do you need for each month in order to reach the outcome that you want. So for example, I'm risking $100. Then I have 60% success rate. The ratio, let's say, is 2. My fees are 500, and the P&L that I want to achieve is 3,000, for example. So the number of trades I need to trade along the month is roughly 44 trades. That will give me the outcome of the $3,000. And again, you can always play with it along the way and modify it according to the real parameters that you send for the specific month that you're trading. Sometimes you will be right on the spot, sometimes it'll be higher, and that will be great. And sometimes, of course, you will fall below the numbers and you need to adjust them in order to understand what you need to do, how much you need to risk from now, or how can I increase my success rate right now, or focusing on risk reward, for example. So you need to take those trades that you give yourself enough space, maybe smaller stop losses, and increase the profit target and play with it along the way. Once you have the risk plan, it will be much easier for you to execute it according to what you prepared. So that's super important. And of course, try to play with it at first. Put the numbers, like I said, if you already have a few before that, like average trades, average P&L and such. Or like I said, if you're new to trading, just put random numbers, start with them and continue to increase or modify them along the way. And by the way, we have created a great feature. So if you're a blogger or you have a trading academy, you can use the embedded button. Just click on it. You can adjust the size, do a dark mode if you like, and also adjust the colors to fit your blog or your website. Just click on copy code and that's it, you're good to go. That will give tons of value to your traders. And pretty much that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. See you next time. Bye, guys.